Hey, what's up, guys? Today we're gonna do a new format, and the format is we're going to do this kind of format where I show you my Amazing Spider-Man comic books and other other comics. So, Amazing Spider-Man is my favorite. What do you call it? Favorite comic book series. So I've been collecting Amazing Spider-Man for a few years. Well, let me give you a backstory of how this began. I loved Amazing Spider-Man when I first saw it back in 1994. The animated show was on Fox Kids, I believe, and I just loved Amazing Spider-Man. After that, I was a huge Spider-Man fan. Now, when I went to, I was Amazing Spider-Man fan for like all of elementary school, all of middle school. Now, when you get to high school, people don't care about comics that much anymore. So I was secretly loved Spider-Man, but I wouldn't tell anybody about it because I didn't want to, telling people you like Spider-Man. It's not really, I don't know. It's not really cool, right? When you're in high school. But when I went to university, I started loving Spider-Man again. I forgot about it for some time, and when I went to university, I started loving Spider-Man again because the movie Spider-Man 3 came out, and there was a lot of hype back in 2007, etc. So I started collecting. So I started getting more into Spider-Man, etc. So these are the books I've accumulated over the last 5 years. Now, when I say I was this major Spider-Man fan, I meant that I loved the cartoons and the movies, etc. So I would collect the movie memorabilia, the action figures, etc. But I wouldn't collect the comics. I started collecting Amazing Spider-Man comics back in back in 2020 or 2019 or 2020. So these are the books I've accumulated over the last 5 or 6 years. So the first one would be Amazing Spider-Man number 25. I believe it's the first appearance of Mary Jane, or first cameo or something like that, or it's connected to Mary Jane. I think it's a cameo or something. The other one is the big one, Amazing Spider-Man number 31. This is the first appearance of Gwen Stacy and Harry Osborn. So I don't have just one copy. Boom! I got two copies of Amazing Spider-Man number 31. So this is one of my favorite books. I really like that cover. A lot of people don't like the cover, but I like the cover. What? All right. I got Amazing Spider-Man number 33. This is a classic cover too, so this is a pretty cool book. Or it's the classic where he lifts up the machinery or whatever. Okay, so Amazing Spider-Man number 35. This is second appearance of Molten Man, I believe. Amazing Spider-Man number 36. Amazing Spider-Man number 36. This is the one where Peter Parker goes to university or college. So this is a cool book too. Uh, then we got Amazing Spider-Man number 37. This is the first appearance of Norman Osborn. So this is a pretty cool book too. There's a big one, in my opinion. Is a big one. This is when this is the last Steve Ditko issue, and this is another book that's connected to Mary Jane. I don't know. I think Mary Jane appears in this one or something, but I don't. Like the significance of this is the end of Steve Ditko as a writer or as a artist for Amazing Spider-Man. So this has some significant key issue. This book is cool. This is Amazing Spider-Man number 39. This is where Green Goblin unmasked Peter Parker. So this is a pretty big one in my opinion. This is a key issue. I think this is John Romita Jr. I think this is John Romita's first time as an illustrator or as an artist on ASM, I believe. So this is the infamous Mary Jane issue where she says at the last page, "Face it, Tiger, you've hit the jackpot." So this is Amazing Spider-Man number 42. So this is a big book. I think this is the second appearance of Rhino too. So I think it's got some key issue significance there. The other one would be Amazing Spider-Man number 44. This is the second appearance of Lizard, and it's a key book. In my opinion, it's a key book as a second Lizard. Stay tuned for part two of my Amazing Spider-Man comic book collection.